Hey everyone. Okay, so for some reason my stream did not save, so I'm going to do a quick overview of what I talked about, and if you have questions, just post on the group and I will answer them, or I can do another stream at another date for people that weren't able to come tonight. So just a reminder, this is Canva. This is what I use. You have to set up a login, but it's pretty simple and you don't have to give credit card or anything like that. Although they do have some pay features if you are interested. The first thing that I started working on was a Facebook cover. If you click this more plus sign here, it gives you basically everything you could possibly ever want to do a layout for. I pointed out that there's an event cover and a Facebook cover. A Facebook cover is what you'd want to use in your closed group if you were going to set one up. I'm not going to start a new one because I already did one. I'm going to go back to like the front page. The one that I started working on is this one here, a November special. The background that I used, I uploaded from 31 Today. They have Twitter backgrounds. If you go to the social media library, you can search for it. It'll pop right up. And they have things like this background. I created this box by going to this search 1 million images, and these little choices pop up. I used shapes, and you can see all of your shape choices. I used a square shape that I just stretched out. You can see there's these little circle things around it. That means that's what's selected, and you can make adjustments to it like this. So that's that. Text is this option right here. I selected add heading. You can change the font, the size, and the color. If you hit this little plus sign, it gives you pretty much anything in the whole rainbow. You can delete text. This image of the zipper pouch, I did a screenshot of it. On a Mac, it's just a couple of keystrokes. On a PC, you have to go into, I can't remember what it's called now, the snipping tool, I think it's called. If you search for it on your PC, you should find it, and it goes through it pretty simply. And all you have to do is put a box around whatever it is you would like to use. On 31 Today, you can download a zip file of all the product feature tags, and that's where I got this image of the zipper pouch. I took this price here, I just picked, add heading and put in $5 and dragged it on top of the zipper pouch. So that's how I started this design. The other thing that I talked about, I'm going to go back to my little home page here, is adjusting a graphic that somebody already did. I like to use these product spotlights that somebody else in 31 has designed. I started working on the one for, for November. This is the zipper pouch. I used images to find that X. I just typed in search X. You could take a big old monster X like this guy if you want, which is crazy. Make it tiny. And then drag it on top of the price. You can do that if you want. I just probably typed the letter X with text. Made it as large as possible and put it over the 15. Same thing with the $5. I just typed out what I want, changed the color to what I want. I added this little disclaimer at the bottom here, which you should definitely put on stuff, especially if you're going to put prices on things. The only other thing that I talked about is transparency. That is in this design that I did. Give it a sec. This box here, you can tell it's not totally opaque. This little down arrow allows you to change the transparency of something. So you can bring it all the way up to 100%, and it's a solid white box. You can bring it all the way down to 21. I think I had it at like 80%. and you get kind of that, there's something back there, but your text is still readable, which is nice. When it comes to setting up this design, all I did was make a circle and put a question mark in it, and then I just copied it until I had a row. Now I'm selecting all of the ones in that row, and you can make a copy of that and add another row and another row. It's a little tedious. It's actually not my favorite design, but it looks kind of cool. So here is an example of me doing a screen grab where I placed the image onto my little Facebook post. That's what this is, by the way. It's a Facebook post. If you go back to this front page, it's this option right here. Okay, I think that's the basics of what I talked about. If you have any questions, post on the group and I'll try to answer them. Sorry if we missed you earlier this evening. And one last thing, I'm sorry, Canva saves things automatically, and I did not talk about this in my stream earlier. Let's say you create something. This is a flyer that I created for a hostess that's doing a fundraiser or a donation project. Let's say you want to download this, which I can't believe I didn't talk about this. You hit download up here. It gives you all these options, okay? If I want to send her something for her to print out and hand out to people, you're going to pick PDF to print. If you're posting this on Facebook or sending it in an email, you can pick this. Well, if you're posting it on Facebook, pick image for web. Phones and computers can pretty easily load it without it being overwhelming. If you're putting it in an email, you could use this higher quality PNG file. The format of the file doesn't really matter that much. Just make sure you can tell where they download. You may have a downloads folder or something like that. You have an option of picking multiple pages. If I had done like 20 versions of this with different email addresses or something like that, you could just pick which page you want to download. That would be particularly useful in that monthly specials version that I've been working on, which is right here. So if I just wanted to download this one page, I could do that. Okay, that should be everything you need to know. Thanks for listening.